Welcome back to Gear Check Games. This is episode 5 of our MGS1 for the GameCube.
And we're at Wild Canyon. You ready?
Welcome back to Canyon.
It's cold in this here field. And we're getting a call from Deep Throat. He's warning us about the mines.
Yeah. Wait a minute. You don't sound like the DARPA chief. What kind of Metal Gear Solid game is this?
I love this part. Because on the outside, we've been talking about the Hi, I'm Daisy comic. And this is a really funny part because he just gets a call and he's like, get a mine detector, and hangs up. Because that's kind of what happens here.
Wow, what a helpful person. Metal Gear.
So this entire field, like he said, is covered in mines. So there's two ways. Actually, there's three ways to find them. A, the mine detector. B, just crawl randomly. And 3,
Just run into him.
Oh, my eyes!
Visor points them out.
Although the thermovisor doesn't tell
so
you
there are
which...
4 ways to find them.
Unfortunately, the thermovisor doesn't tell you which way the sensors on the claymores are facing. So it can be a little trickier to like maneuver around them.
Oh no, here he comes. So
Hey, he was crawling
we're about
earlier.
to
What
see
gives?
some-
He just steps on a mine in the cutscene and explodes.
Yeah, Kojima, don't you care about continuity?
end of game.
Return of Liquid. Return of Big Boss. God.
And
I
this
don't
little
remember this
overkill.
boss posing any sort of challenge in MGS1, but in Twin Snakes, this boss, like, walled me. Because they really buffed it up for this game.
Yeah.
But
Don't
first
they
we
give
gotta
it
get
like
past
an-
Vulcan Raven.
Don't they give it like an extra, like a little bit extra health because they give two guards that are piloting it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure in the original game there was only one guard piloting the tank. Well, besides Vulcan Raven, of course. And, like, with 2 well-timed grenades, you could, like, take this boss down in, like, 30 seconds. Did he just get shot by a tank shell?
I think so.
Don't worry, he's an action hero.
Like, God, he doesn't even have the...
Oh my god.
He doesn't even have the
That
body
was a
armor
jump.
yet.
I think they shut the ground in front of him.
Trey, when you edit this, please put in, like, the Super Mario 64 sound effects when he, like, wall kicks off the gate.
God. I'm seeing this cutscene and I'm just like imagining it happening in Metal Gear Solid 4, and when he lands, he just kind of lays there for like a full minute.
Yeah.
Like,
Just,
Disappears.
just, like, slowly undulating on the ground as he does in that game.
yeah.
So
His
I,
crawling animation in 4 is so silly.
so I
So
should
great.
say
I'm
that.
so sad they took it out of 5.
So I should say that this for me was the first gear check of the game for me.
Ha!
There, I said it. Someone won $20.
Thank you.
That you did. If you say the name, you win the game.
All right, well I won. So that was Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes. I think it's a
Yeah, we
pretty good
didn't have to-
game.
we didn't even have to fight
yeah.
the tank.
We'll send you $20 once we make that much on this channel.
Once we get more than 35 subscribers. Let's talk about this boss. So, yeah, in the Twin Snakes, there are at least 2 guards that come out of the, like, interior of the tank, as opposed to just the one originally. And, like, I feel like they made this area a little more complex. Like, you can now hide... There's kind of like a little trench you can crawl into with some great coverings to, like, shield you from the tank fire, but...
I'm gonna abuse the hell out of it too. Just you wait.
Yeah, when I first got to this boss, I wasn't really, like... It hadn't really occurred to me to use grenades
I thought you weren't
on-
going to use the bandana.
Okay, I use it like once or twice.
just for comfort.
Yeah.
I just use it for every boss. No
Yeah.
big deal.
Yeah. I'm playing. It's easy mode.
Wow.
Apparently, I need it.
Don't worry, kids, he's fine.
It's like when you just walk out into traffic and then like your leg gets like blown off by a speeding car.
Snake's like, honestly, I thought he was gonna stop.
Dan, does that happen to
Catch
you
me.
often?
Can't catch me. Can't catch me. Can't
Only
catch
once
me.
or twice.
Happens in
So-
Zanzibar.
You're supposed to be able to gauge how far Snake's gonna. Wow, that
That's
should
not fair.
Was that the tank or your grenade?
I don't know.
Oh, if that was your grenade, that makes sense. I thought it shot you with the tank cannon when you weren't even in front of the cannon.
Oh, I see they're doing the thing that the Shagohod does in MGS3, where even when you like disable its treads, it can still like rotate around, like, you know, and it's effectively useless because like I threw the grenade at the tread to immobilize it, but like it can still move.
So
Yeah.
I was saying earlier, you can judge how far Snake's going to be able to throw by like where his hand is in relation to like kind of like his head while you're cooking the grenade.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because there's like 3 different stages of how far he's going to throw it, judging by where his hand is placed. Because see, he'll like rear back. And I'm looking for a 2 or a 3,
Yeah.
but a 1 will like drop it at my feet.
Yeah, was MGS4 the first game in the series that actually gave you a little like reticle to show where your grenade is going to land?
I think so.
That
I know
was
5 gives
so
them to you.
nice.
Metal Gear
I
Basketball.
know 5 has that. Because, like, that was one of the reasons I didn't really use grenades until MGS4 and beyond, is because
Shit.
compared to your normal guns, they're kind of a finite resource, especially on the higher difficulties, and, like, you just don't really have a good idea of where they're going to land, even once you've kind of gotten a feel for how the mechanics of throwing them work. It's just kind of a crapshoot sometimes.
Yeah.
Which is
Like,
why
also
the
like that in
Pain is
MGS.
such a great boss in MGS3.
Ow.
I also like that in MGS4, depending on how hard you held down the throw button, you could throw it either overhand or underhand.
Oh, yeah? Does that have a purpose, or is it just a little...
Just
Animation
different
detail.
trajectories.
Nice.
So, like, if you need to throw it over something, you're gonna throw it overhand.
Oh,
Or if you need
I
to
see.
throw it under something, you throw underhand.
So that's where Skyward Sword got the idea for the underhand bombs.
Yeah. Miyamoto played Metal Gear Solid 4. He's like, yes, this is good.
So I discovered something. I watched a speed run last night before I went to bed, and I watched this boss fight.
No, is that Johnny?
To get like the big boss rank, you're not supposed to kill anybody. You're just supposed to trank people. So to get this guy to come out of the hole faster, the strat they've devised is to just throw magazines into the hole.
This isn't how tanks are supposed to move. It's like moving sideways.
Was MGS5 the first game where you can actually throw a magazine as a projectile to, like, knock out a guard?
Can't you do it in 3 or 4?
I've never tried it in the other games.
Okay.
I don't think you could, like, knock out a guard with them in the previous games.
I did it the other day.
Have you guys ever used the
In 5.
books to distract them?
The what?
Yeah.
The pornography?
Yeah.
Like the
Oh.
comic books?
A couple
I
of
use them all
times,
the
but
time
I've...
in multiplayer.
As far as the books go, I'm kind of like young Dan with the books, where like they're kind of scarce, and I can never like justify using them because it's like, well, I could just like headshot this guy with the hush puppy, or like just sneak past him.
See, the best use of the books in MGS4 is that if you hold down the place button instead of letting it go, and you press the first person button, you'll actually like get a first person view.
Yeah, Snake can like
And
use it
it'll-
on himself to restore his
Yeah.
like psych gauge.
Yeah, it'll gradually restore your psych gauge, and then you can press the circle button to flip through the pages.
He's been so alone
Yeah, it's going
since Mara
sideways. What
left
the
him.
what the f-
Yeah, it's moving sideways.
what?
This is now a hover tank.
Well, you sure showed that tank. What for?
Yeah.
Oh God, are you ready for some pure,
This,
unadulterated twin snakes here?
this is one of the stupidest cutscenes. I love it. He needs to pitch for the Yankees.
I remember back in high school, my buddy Mike and I were like getting into this game, and he beat it before I did. But I remember him asking me after he completed, like, is Metal Gear Solid supposed to be like a serious story?
No.
Because this game was ridiculous.
I forgot all about this.
I half expected him to like start spinning the grenade around on his finger when he pulled it out. Oh my god.
Not only did cool guys not look at explosions, he also knocked a guy out with one punch.
Snake is a living legend.
This game, it's.
Oh yeah, one thing this remake has over the original is that you don't have to equip different key cards to go through different security doors.
Oh, yeah, thank God.
You just have like a key ring of security rings. So like if you equip a key ring, a security ring or a security card, it just works on all the doors.
Right. Yeah, in MGS1, you actually had to equip your key card like a regular item in order for it to have any effect. But that's not even half as bad as how it was in the MSX games, where all of your different key card levels counted as like different items, and you had to not only equip them at the right time, but like know which number the door needed and equip the correct card. It's just like it's you know, it's like 80s era game design.
That's one thing I'll give this game is that there are plain letters written on the door in giant white ink that tells you what the level of security is on the doors.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there was like a visual indicator in the MSX games, but then they also had situations like, oh, you have to equip the card to go through the door, but then on the other side of the door, the room is like filled with poison gas, and you unavoidably have to take damage while you like unequip the card and equip your gas mask. And then to leave the room, you have to do the same thing again. So, like, inevitably, you're going to take 2 hits from the poison gas.
Mm-hmm.
So, we just missed it, but, Vulcan Raven just radioed the boss, Liquid. And they're basically letting him go, because he didn't actually defeat Raven. Mm-hmm. So, they're luring Snake into a trap.
I like how he came out of the tank to talk to his buddies on the phone, and he's just like, yeah, I'll get him next time, and then went back into the tank and just sat there.
What if you go back into the room and the tank is just like trying to like get out of this canyon by like crawling up the wall?
Just trying to do like a K-turn.
Oh, maybe this time, maybe give it some more gas, boys.
30-point turnaround. How long you guys been driving that thing?
Vulcan Raven's new driving school.
You go back and he's like trying to maneuver it through the hallways. Just like,
I mean, if he was gonna pick a place to learn, I'm glad he picked this remote island in Alaska where nobody lives.
What?
He can knock over trees with relative ease. It's
What are you talking about?
it's Ravencon.
Can't you see them?
Oh yeah.
Snake, you must absolutely not use weapons in that area. Oh yeah, Colonel, well what about these? Then he just flexes in the codec.
All the nuclear waste like explodes.
Shadow Moses is wiped off the map.
Snake, you can't do that. You'll create a time paradox.
So I don't understand why he can't use weapons. Is it like there's also like a
He'll
fuel
explode
link?
everything.
Oh my god, are you actually gonna call Nastasha, Trey?
I think I call her once.
Because the last time I played MGS1, I figured like, oh, she's on the support team, so I'm probably gonna like have a mandatory conversation with her at some point. But if you don't call her there, she never gets like auto added to your list of contacts.
Yeah, this was back then.
Yeah.
When you actually had to like put in the numbers yourselves.
Oh no, did they take her accent away too?
It's still there vaguely. She's at like
oh my
10%
god,
Russian.
she sounds so weird.
Yeah, she
It
had like
doesn't
a, she had like
sound
a
like
Ru-
Nastasha.
yeah,
She has no
like a,
trace of a Russian
She had like
accent.
a thick Russian accent in the original. That's weird.
Yeah, in the original she was all like, nothing here.
God, everyone in this game just has boring American accents.
Yeah.
They wanted it to be as appealing as it could be to everybody.
To boring Americans.
Yeah. I wonder if that's where this game sold the best.
It's like Shadow the Hedgehog. He's like, oh, anything you don't like about this game, just blame it on America.
Yeah. When are we gonna get Solid Snake on rocket roller skates?
Okay, I guess she's slightly Russian.
Yeah, she kind of like drags on her R's a little bit.
Yeah.
I can't believe kids in like was this game rated M when it came out?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, man. The PS1, MGS1 was some hardcore stuff.
I think the worst
Yeah,
word
it
they
had
say is
blood.
damn in this game.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
I remember back in the day when I wasn't allowed to play games because they were rated M, literally because they had like somebody smoked a cigarette and like drank a beer at one point, and like if you shoot enemies, it did like a little red mist.
One of my friends from elementary school, his dad bought him Conker's Bad Fur Day
Oh boy.
my
because
God.
he didn't like understand the rating system, and he thought the M stood for mild. And it's like, I'm pretty sure in the box art for that game, Conker is just straight up like chugging a beer.
Rated S for spicy.
flipping the
It's like
camera off on
salsa.
one of those?
It's like salsa.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, next
I can't explain that, but it happened.
we will get nothing so crass in the next episode, but we will see you all then when we go deeper into Shadow Moses.
Bye.